while I'm looking this up, we could go back to the conversation I meant for us to have, which was
I don't love you anymore.
Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 got delayed.
Oh yeah.
We just started talking about games that we cared about. Sorry.
Yeah. We were talking about how Elden Ring came out, and they're like,
fuck, this game is
God
good.
damn it. They did everything better than us.
Yeah.
We got to start over.
You know what you also got to do here this time, Zelda? You got to make a fucking story. Gotta hate the fucking story in Breath of the Wild. I don't really have anything else to say about Breath of the Wild, except for now they said it's coming out in 2023.
They're like, you could go in the sky and on the land.
Yeah, they're like, you could jump through the rocks.
Yay. Yeah, that's cool. I don't know. Hopefully it's better than the first one. And here's what I hope. I hope that Elden Ring showed them how to do different weapons correctly. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Where it's not about them breaking and forcing you to use other one. It's about every weapon has a different moveset. Every weapon has a different like scaling system or something that is triggered off of a different component of the game where it creates different play styles and it creates different experiments for like your build and stuff. And you know, Zelda's never been about the build necessarily, right? It's all about like everybody's kind of getting the same experience. Everybody gets the same Link and shit. Did you ever play Kingdoms of Amalur? It's a fantasy game. It was like, you could tell that it was built to be an MMO originally, but then they just turned it into a third-person action fantasy game. It was really good. Really good fantasy game. What they did in the game that was very interesting is every weapon had a different moveset. And you could then customize every weapon to the set progression, right? So then...
That's what's up.
And that's what I mean by that, is like, I think they're not going to go as deep into like a character build like Elden Ring did, where it's like your intelligence scales off your weapon, that they're not going to do stats and shit. I can't see them doing that. That would detract the casuals.
That would require effort.
But if they gave different weapons that had certain move sets and certain benefits and drawbacks or whatever, but then gave you choices of progression in those weapons, like you can add a combo where it's like, say it's like your weapons don't break, but you could customize them to the point where if you get a new one, it might be cool just to experiment with it.
Right.
And stop using your old one, even though the old one may be like slightly more powerful right now. You might want to be like, oh, this one's got a dope moveset. It's got more range. Maybe I'll fuck with this a little bit.
Hits a little hard.
Right. I don't know, man. Look, here's the deal. I'm going to try it. You're going to try it.
I have to try it because Krista's excited about it.
And here's the deal.
So we're buying it.
Is I just... Look, obviously they did a lot of stuff right with Breath of the Wild.
Right.
I agree that there was a lot of stuff that they did correctly. I liked the combat system. It was difficult. I hated that they didn't let you get good at it because they kept breaking your fucking weapons. That was so annoying. It was just so annoying. It's like, I want to get good at this game, but y'all motherfuckers won't let me. And then you can get the Master Sword after 100 fucking hours. No, I don't want to. And I don't want to speed run it. And I don't want to I just want to enjoy my playthrough.
And then the Master Sword sucked dick. I hated using the Master Sword.
I never got to it. I did 2 dungeons and I was like, okay, I'm done.
I kind of cheated to get to it because I did that the DLC where you just do all the layers. And you could just unlock it that way, I think. If I remember correctly, anyway. That was just all I did. And I was like, all right, I got it. Now I don't have to fuck around with all these stupid breakables.
Yeah, I don't know. I just hope they fix the weapon system. Honestly, that is what ruined that game for me. The dungeons were whack. The puzzles were whack.
The repetitiveness.
Well, yeah, you go into a fucking shrine.
Yeah, the exact same puzzle. Or if it was a new puzzle, it was because you got a new item. And you're like, oh, now you got to freeze the balls before you run up the ramp. It was like, okay, this is interesting. 40 times later, you're like, okay, I get it. I can freeze a ball falling down a goddamn ramp. Can we switch this up, please? And then you accidentally beat the whole game, and they're like, oh, you want to know the ending? Us too. It's like, God, you fucking suck.
Yeah, I don't know. It's you know, they look, they tried some new shit. It didn't all land. And it did with some people. That's the weird thing. That's the weird thing that I'm trying to like. The thing is it's like the people who had never played a Zelda game, or the people who the Zelda games that we revere play them, and they're like, oh, this is so clunky. You know what I mean? Like the inventory management system, shit like that, stuff that we now we're used to, and we're like, we can work around this shit easily. Like, but you know, for a lot of players, it's like they can't. They're used to fucking Candy Crush. They're like, this ain't Candy Crush. Where do I put how do I match my jewels? Gotta match the candies.
Yeah.
I just hope, again, the weapon system is the big one for me. The weapon system in the dungeons, I think they're gonna learn from Dark Souls in the way that they did the legacy dungeons, because it's like,
man, if they do,
that's
if
the way
they
you
take
do
from
it.
Elden Ring at all,
Elden Ring,
I'm gonna be so excited.
They have to.
I mean, how could you not at this point? And I hope they have actual bosses this next time around, because I think the most bossy boss. Sorry for the stupidest way of saying that ever.
All right, Missy Elliott.
Right. The only like real bosses were the ones that you fought inside of the big animal structures.
Those were the dungeons.
Yeah, but those were all the exact same boss.
Yeah, the Calamity Gannons. They were dumb.
And it's like, God damn it, Zelda.
Dodge, hit it with an arrow, then go hit it with your sword.
I hope, and I know this is, I feel like a lot of people are gonna hate me for this one, but I hope they focus less on Zelda.
Can we be honest about something? People don't give a fuck about beating the game. They don't care about the dungeons. They don't care about the bosses. You know what they care about? Exploring the world.
Yeah.
Because it's easy. And finding Easter eggs and being like, ooh, there's a Kokoro if I put these two rocks in the shape of a penis. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what...
This one's poop.
That's all some people want. Is just to be like, if you lay on your back and watch the clouds, it eventually forms a mushroom. And it's like, who fucking cares?
We're just the wrong people for that game. If you like this video, like and subscribe. And if you want to catch the whole podcast, it's going to be right here on YouTube every single Thursday. And we'll see you there.